super exciting day. I mean, what day isn't? A little goofy to maybe say that, but that's my viewpoint. To each their own. Let's talk about painting big scale stuff. Like, it's one of my favorite things to do, without a doubt. It's also pain in the butt to deal with, as far as how do you get an 8-foot painting shipped? How do you pack it around? It's not something you throw in a suitcase very easily, so on and so forth. Well, I mean, this is not brand new news at all, but I'm going to highlight ways you can work around all these things you run into when you paint large scale, because it's just a different animal when you go big. Just the impact, the feeling, the presence, all of it is next level when you bump up. I'm not knocking small scale stuff, I do that as well, but big scale is where my heart is. Over the years, I've learned the hacks and the tricks of the trade, how to make it work. I've found some good systems. I use a German frame company that builds these frames you can collapse, break down over and over and over a bunch of times. Simple one wrench, all flat packs can be sent around the world, no problem. And then you just restretch the canvas, which you'll see in the video, the process to restretching a canvas. It's pretty simple. And then you can take an 8-foot painting and make it into a tube, essentially, that can ship all over. That's the best workaround out there, because canvas rolls up. If you roll it up properly, you can do it infinitely. And yeah, I just hope this video inspires you, gives you some ideas on how to like tackle something big. Maybe you've been wanting to but haven't. Anybody can do it. Canvas is cheap. You can go to fabric stores, get it cheap. You can get it at garage sales. Like, artists have been using it for millennia, and it's the go-to for a reason. And then the frames, if you just either buy the pre-made ones or assemble one that you know you can take apart a bunch of times, it's game changer for you, and you can go big. And once you go big, it's tough to go back. Story time. I'm going to talk about this piece that's sitting right behind us here, and the wild way the wondrous universe works, the higher power, all that stuff. Like it's there. Consciousness exists. Simple. So, quick backstory. It's like it was May, maybe even April of 2023. A friend of mine reaches out and he's putting together this amazing group show. Killer lineup, super rad location in Seattle. And reaches out, hey, you want to be in it? Like, just looking for a big oil painting. We want somebody to do a big oil painting. Of course, bud, done. Let's do this. And I start cracking into this piece. And the show was supposed to open in June or something like that. I don't really remember, but it was like kind of an early summer kickoff extravaganza thing. And he hits me up a few weeks before the show's going down, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so bummed to tell you, we had to pull out." So they had to back out of that show for a bunch of reasons. We don't need to go into those details, but it was like, show is canceled. And yeah, I was bummed out because I had this piece going, and so I just paused it. And that, summer went on. We were living in Maui at the time, just enjoying the old summer surf and that happy good times. And I think it was it was July. And so a month later, let's say, he was able to connect the dots. I helped him bump into a few folks, and they found a new location for the show. So show's back on. Let's do it. Right on. Great news. And then some of you might be familiar with what happened in August. I believe it was August 8th, 2023. I'm speaking directly of the Maui Fires, which were horrifying. And, my family and I was on Front Street the day before. And it's a place that I lived in my teens and 20s, and a lot of love and memories there. That was just heavy. It was a heavy thing to experience. And, time marches on, and the new show is set for a November liftoff in Seattle. And so I got my deadline, and I'm like, okay, I gotta finish this painting. And I hadn't honestly looked at it the whole summer. I knew the painting was there. And the full backstory on it is the sunset you see was actually a sunrise. My wife and I witnessed that miracle out in Hana, watching the sunrise on our 8th anniversary. Beautiful, beautiful memory. So that's the backdrop for this painting to happen on. Then I did a couple other moves to it and made it a big oil painting. And then, hey bud, it's time to finish this. November's gonna be here. So I walk out to the studio, I flip the painting around because it was backwards, and I look at it, and it hits me like a ton of bricks. I mean, look at this piece. If you don't see the connection to what happened in Maui there, I don't know. That's what hit me. Just look. I was just jaw drop. I was like getting sucker punched. Never saw that coming. I mean, it's like you're still reeling from what happened. And we had friends that lost houses, and my wife was volunteering, I was volunteering, like the whole island was pitching in. It was a beautiful thing. But then here I am, I gotta sit down and I gotta get to work on this piece. And how the hell did I paint that? How, by the grace of God, that's all I got. I just go where I'm pointed. And there I am staring at this piece, and I gotta suck it up and this painting isn't for me. It's in honor of everyone and everything that happened there. And so I poured myself into it, and I love this piece. It's very meaningful. To be in front of it in person is powerful. It's there, and it's not just me put into it. It's that moment that sits there, and it's just you can't plan this stuff. You can't make it up. This happened. The title of this piece is Our Fire. And thank you. I love you.